Hi, it's Karen Kubicko, and welcome back to Discovering Your Past Lives, your path to inner transformation. Now we're going to talk about allowing versus trying and why that's so important. So, the difference between allowing something to happen and trying to force something to happen is huge. The analogy that was given to me as an example was a bulldozer of dirt trying to pick a little tiny flower. It's almost an impossibility. That's trying. But if you're allow that little flower to just float over to you in the wind and you catch it in your hands. Feels so much different. So when you're remembering a past lifetime, if you are trying so hard to remember a past lifetime, you're literally pushing against that opportunity for it to happen for you. But if you allow anything to come to you, whatever that might be, and without any expectations, you might be surprised at what comes for you. So, for example, I had some people try to remember a past lifetime in a specific time period. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they expected. But what was coming for them was something completely different. They were remembering an eagle flying overhead. Another person was seeing complete darkness. It's still something. Sometimes when you remember a past lifetime, it's almost like you're dropped into the middle of a 50-year life. You never know where that's going to be. Usually it's in a place that is important to help you understand why you chose on some level to go to that specific lifetime. So you're dumped in the middle of this lifetime and you might be in the dark. You might be outside on a very dark night with a new moon, or you might be traveling through the dark of the night undercover. Who knows? So allowing yourself to have any information that comes to you to ground you into that experience. Maybe you've had a clue that we've written down previously to a past lifetime, maybe in Gettysburg, let's say, for example. So you were focused and you were like dead set. I really want to remember this past lifetime in Gettysburg, and anything else that comes that isn't part of the Gettysburg experience, you were like, I'm not even going to remember any of that. I'm out. I only want to do that. Well, you're going to push against that memory coming through, especially if your subconscious and your spirit guides, who are helping you always, are trying to help you heal from something else first, because maybe you need to work through this before you can get to that. Some kind of deeper understanding of some kind, let's say, for example. So when you're allowing that information to come to you, whatever it might be, to get whatever it is that you need to know or understand to help you in this current lifetime always, to come through so that you can then go on your journey into that lifetime, understand it some more, and then the next time that you go into a past life regression, or even the same time, you can go to this next lifetime where you are remembering that Gettysburg experience, for example. Does that make sense? So I think this is the perfect opportunity to mention that, those first things that come through ground you in that memory. So if you are allowing whatever to come through, like, you're a spiritual being having this human experience once in a while, but you're always a spiritual being. When you are allowing whatever to come through, you might allow an experience to come through that is just breathtaking. Maybe you experience seeing the light that light that you go into that takes you into the heaven space. You don't want to miss that opportunity. That is an amazing time. You're in awe when you see this light. You're drawn towards it. It's unconditional love. You get to see angels and spirit guides and Passover folks from this lifetime and other lifetimes. I mean, it's awesome. But if you're so busy trying to get to this other experience, you might miss that opportunity. Does that make sense? So, letting yourself receive whatever comes to you, even if it feels like you're making stuff up, it's all coming from you. It is all important. And everything that comes to you generally has a reason for it. And you might not get it at the moment, but you will later. And if you take the time to take lots of notes and to write these things down, and maybe you work on remembering your past lives for 3 or 4 years, and you go back to those original notes from this experience that you're choosing to have with me here and now, and you're like, wow, this makes complete sense now. I didn't get it at that time, but now a couple years later, it makes complete sense. So everything that you receive is important. Allowing whatever to come through to you is so important. So trusting that you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, and you are receiving the information that you need at this time right now. So pull out your workbook or that notebook that you have, and I want you to take a moment and write down 3 things that you're going to allow in your life today. Whatever. It can have something to do with past life, regression work, or it can have something to do with anything that's gone on in your life. What are you going to allow in your life? And when you're finished writing those down, now it's time to get comfortable, to let yourself find a place to relax, feel at ease, get so comfortable, turn off all your phones, and just allow yourself that moment of peace and relaxation to focus on the next guided meditation to help you practice so you can get to the point where you remember a past lifetime. But for now, we're going to have a guided meditation to help you remember some times in your childhood. So take a moment right now to let yourself journey to a memory from a long time ago in this current lifetime, just to prove to you that you can remember and allow any information to come to you. Your willingness to embark on this inner journey is a testament to your commitment to helping understand and learn how to grow on a deep inner soul way. And then join me for the next module in this class, setting an intent.